Say cheese, babe. So we can. Stop there. They're trying to find anything they can to make us look like something we're not. Alright, they have just as much right to film us as we do them.
Well, it's going to take quite a bit to get me mad. I'm neutral. I'm staying right here. They ain't moving me back.
If the cops ask us to do something, we'll do it.
Well, I'm not with them, and I'm not with them.
No, I just feel sorry for the cops that have to deal with this.
Well, I'm glad they're here. It could be a lot worse if they weren't here.
It's alright. Not very appropriate playing the song I saw for Sarah.
Are you serious?
By mistake, it sounded like the beat. I couldn't hear the words of it.
I can't hear much anything.
Alright, Gainesville. We're trying to call the police. Our Dr. Walker, Deputy Walker. I think everybody's going out and what looks extra intimidating today. They've definitely been emboldened by the vote that went on last week. But that doesn't seem to hide the fact that white supremacy cannot sit still in Gainesville, Texas without somebody wielding it. So today I just want everybody to kind of just
I couldn't hear.
Well, when I was going to July 3rd, a gentleman told me he made a threat towards me. Right here on the courthouse lawn, July 1st, and nobody would take my report. I have a video of him doing it, but none of your officers would take a report then.
We're not going to take it down.
Yeah,
Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to say, Black Lives Matter.
But why you wait this long to make a report?
And it's not some cult. It's not somebody working for some unknown billionaire, millionaire. It's actually black people from Gainesville and white people from Gainesville and biracial people from Gainesville, a diverse group of people from Gainesville funding their sales. So please don't fall for it. Don't fall for it and stand for something. Don't just say, oh, Fox News said they're with Soros. Hey, we need to bring our guns and go make sure we shoot everybody. I don't see nobody tearing up nothing, even thinking about tearing up nothing in Gainesville. But this racist statue, been here for years. The history of it was not explained at all, was not taught at all in Gainesville Elementary, Gainesville Middle Schools, or Gainesville High School. I watched the county commissioners vote. It was comical. It was comical because I listened to a lot of the people that spoke. Of course, it was an opportune time for opportune people to show up and talk about their side. And when I looked at the 5 guys that were having the vote ended up being 4-1 to keep the statue. And the 5 guys that were actually having the vote
make a report.
Anybody in this community
Till
seen
now
them
to try
in
to
your
do it.
community?
I thought I heard July.
Anybody in this, from the Gainesville community seen them walking around asking
We'll find
you
out soon
of
enough.
your opinion? Because they sure do walk around and ask for your vote. Let's put some names out on there. Some guys that's been around Gainesville a long time, just like a lot of the people in Congress, been there lifers, which is time to end. The guy that made the motion to keep the statue, Gary Hollowell. Remember his name. Everything he said about keeping the statue, it had actually nobody else's opinion in mind, just his constituents, as he said. They called him, sent him emails, and he referenced that it was a national Black Lives Matter. Is anybody here from National Black Lives Matter, wherever that is? Please, if you was flown down here by Black Lives Matter and what they say whose name is George Soros, I think that was his name. If you was flown down here to protest in Gainesville, please raise your hand. See what I'm saying, y'all? Nobody's against you. Nobody's saying you don't matter. History says that blacks in Gainesville, not just nationwide, in Gainesville didn't matter. I can tell you about many, many examples. One being where probably about 19, he might have been 20-year-old black man was arrested in Gainesville, went down to the county. Typical process in the county is taking your shoelaces out of your shoes. For some reason, he was allowed to keep his shoelaces in his shoes. An hour later, he was found in the county hanging from his shoelaces. That's history. That's Gainesville. That's what this statue represents. Gary Hollowell was around then. He was a police officer back then.
They have masks on.
Another guy, John Clement. Remember the name.
What's just going on?
One thing I saw about everybody that came up and
I'm
spoke,
not just saying if I
they
wanted to go over
threatened,
there and say hi.
literally, these are Americans, they threatened these guys with votes. We'll get the vote, we'll get you out of there.
Nobody in this way. We don't get crowded up.
Literally
They
was
don't-
threatening
we don't
these
crowd up.
guys, county commissioners,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
inside the courthouse.
I still have
So it scared them a little bit. They do have the majority vote, I'm sure, if it's voted. But let me know, anybody here over 40 or 50? Anybody?
I'm almost
Was there a vote to put this statue up here? Did anybody get an opportunity or option to vote for it? Any person of color get an opportunity to vote for it? But yet and still, there was 5 guys on the county commissioner seat voting, 5 white guys on the county commissioner seat voting whether to keep a statue here that's been here for slavery, representing racial divide, representing treason. 2 different flags. If it wasn't Old Glory, I don't want to fly it. You should be the same way.
They should bring that.
If it wasn't Old Glory, I don't want to fly it. You should be the same way with anything Confederate. Yeah, it wasn't you. Yeah, it wasn't your family. But guess what? It was your family's family. And it could be genetically inclined, but guess what? We also know that a lot of black people died back in that time just because of how they looked. Just because of the color of their skin. You had to be a slave just because the color of your skin. You could have been smarter than the one in the house, but guess what? It don't matter. You could have had the master's baby on your nipple getting milk all night long, but guess what? You still don't matter. There's been a lot of oppression going on through the years here in this town, and this right here is representation of that.
You're a public servant.
You're putting it on the courthouse which only usually has one black person typically on the jury trials. I don't know if any of y'all seen that. Pull the records,
Serve the public.
pull the records, and you'll see that ain't fair either. But these people are making the judgment, they're making all the shots, all the calls, and I don't see anybody over here that's trying to take down this racist statue right here. I don't see anybody over here packing guns, AR-15. So I'm just trying to figure out what was the protocol sent out to fool you guys. Hunting black people? Came out to hunt black people? Is that what you need guns for, to hunt black people?
Come on, baby. You're doing exactly what you want.
Leave him
I'm
alone.
trying to figure it out. I don't understand it.
At every rally, everywhere we go. That's exactly what you want.
Hey,
Leave the police alone.
the psycho bitch is doing exactly what she wants because she's making
I'm
you do
not
it
over
too.
here. I'm not over here. William?
Baby.
Noel.
Come on.
Hey, Noel.